it's me! And you know what time it is? It's time for some underwater facts you didn't know. So get ready because here we go. Fact no. 1. Do fish sleep? We all need our beauty sleep, right? Well, it turns out that fish do sleep, but unlike us, they don't have eyelids. So instead of getting those lovely long lashes, they just sort of like droop down to close their eyes. And it's not like they can put on a sleep mask. After all, they're in the water. So instead, fish use a reflective layer of cells called guanine to block light from getting to their eyes while they re-snoozing. How cool is that? Speaking of eyes, fact no. 2. A fish can see in both fresh and salt water. Different fish species have different tolerances for salt, but generally fish are either adapted to live in fresh water like rivers and lakes, or they readapted to live in salt water like the ocean. This is because their bodies have evolved to be able to regulate their internal salt levels in order to survive in their particular environments. But why do fish need salt? Salt, or sodium chloride, is important for many of the processes that occur within a fish's body, including regulating fluids, transporting nutrients, and helping muscles contract. If there isn't enough salt in their environment, it can actually cause problems with the fish's balance, and it can even affect their ability to breathe. That said, too much salt can dehydrate a fish, so they need to keep it just right. And speaking of breathing, fact no. 3. Some fish can breathe air. Seriously, how cool is that? There are actually several species of fish that can gulp air at the surface of the water and breathe just like we do. These fish typically have special adaptations that allow them to get enough oxygen from the air, such as large mouths or special gill structures. One example is the mudskipper, which famously flops around on land to escape predators. Another one is the lungfish, which can actually gulp air with its mouth and then use its lungs to extract oxygen from it. Isn't that neat? Fact no. 4. Some fish can change their sex. Yes, you heard that right. Certain fish, like clownfish, are anatomically male at birth, but if the female in their group dies, they can actually change their sex to help ensure the survival of their species. Isn't that incredible? Fact no. 5. A group of male parrots can actually attract a female to their aquaria if they all work together? Yep. Birds aren't the only animals that do this. Fish can team up in groups of up to 5 males to attract a female for mating. And if you think that's weird, fact no. 6. There's a fish that can change colors to match its... Yep, they're called chameleons, but they're not just limited to being lizards. There are actually a few species of fish that have the same color-changing abilities. These fish have special cells called chromatophores that allow them to change their skin color. The chameleon is just one example. There are also other fish like the blue acara that can change colors to match their surroundings in order to camouflage themselves from predators or prey. Fact number 7. A goldfish can live for up to 20 years. That's longer than most pets. Goldfish are one of the most popular pets in the world, but they're often kept in small, cramped aquariums, which doesn't allow them to thrive. In fact, in the wild, goldfish typically live for about 10 years. But with proper care and a large enough tank, your pet goldfish could potentially live for up to 20 years. Now it's time for some more fun facts about goldfish. Fact no. 8. Goldfish can recognize their owners. Now you might be thinking, how could they possibly know who you are? They can't exactly read your newspaper, right? But goldfish are actually capable of recognizing human faces, at least the shape of them. If you spend time interacting with your goldfish, they'll eventually learn to recognize you and get excited when you approach their tank. Fact no. 9. Some fish can walk. Yep, I'm not kidding. There are several species of fish that have evolved the ability to walk on land, such as mudskippers, walking catfish, and amphibious fish. These fish typically have special fins that allow them to support their weight on land, and some of them even have special adaptations to help them breathe while they out of water. Talk about being versatile. Thanks for watching. Which fact was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more fun underwater facts every week. See ya!